Like I don't even know how to introduce myself. Like, do you know how to introduce yourself?
I'm Dalton Smith.
No, I'm Casey. Nice to meet you.
Gotta have some like fancy intro with all sorts of graphics going by in an '80s pop song, like Brett Keen's Superstar. Have you seen that?
No, I have not seen
His
that.
intro is epic. It's got like a picture of Jesus looking like da-da-dum-doo, da-da-dum-dum-doo, da-da-dum-doo. He's like, hello, this is Brett Keen's Superstar. It's like this fat slobby guy in his fucking mid-40s laying on a bed ranting about the amazing atheist. Every other video is amazing atheist is a piece of shit. This guy who supposedly ruined his life and is responsible for all the problems that he created.
I already noticed that, like, trying to start this podcast right now, like, I'm just fucking, like, already, like, my brain's just gone retarded. It's like, oh, people could be watching this. My God. I mean, I guess that's the point.
You just talk naturally like we were earlier.
Yeah, I know. I had to, like, ignore that the camera's on. Like, this is why I want to let it run, so I could break myself out
of
this
right
mode. Then yeah, it's running right now. I shouldn't have told you that, should I?
No, I didn't want to start yet.
Well...
Like, people don't know who Brett Keen is. It's like a drunken
it's fine.
Joke thing.
It's fine. This whole front part I could just cut off.
Okay.
Or if I find something hilarious, I can fucking keep it in.
Can we just, like, stop and start again?
Why? It's like, you could start at any moment. I can edit out the beginning. It's fine.
Really?
Yeah. Like, any moment that you see fit.
Well, let's start right here. Hello, I am Daltonio Smithavelli, otherwise known as Dalton Smith.
And I'm Casey. And I really want to do a podcast because I've been getting into the Drunken Peasants, and I think they're fucking awesome. And I've always liked talk radio. I don't know. It's not. Huh?
Balls, why don't you?
But yeah. Let's see.
Yes, we're so important.
Oh, sorry.
On what we're doing right now, podcast.
Wrong. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're so self-important.
Yeah.
Let's take a minute to talk about Facebook and self-importance. Like, about 2 weeks ago, I realized that my majority of my free time was just spent on Facebook, and I would just, like, basically waste my life, like, seeing what other people are doing, seeing how popular I can be, and I realized it's just complete horse shit.
I was kind of addictive to just scroll down the feed and just see what people are saying. I don't know why, because I'm not a social person. I usually don't give a fuck about what the people around me are talking about. I kind of do my own thing in my own world, reading my fantasy books or whatever, watching my videos on the internet that only a small niche of people are interested in. But for some reason, I can't, like, I don't know. I think it's something to do with how Facebook kind of reflects the zeitgeist of what's going on in America. Like, people will talk about one subject, everyone's talking about it, like, this is the latest trending news. And, before, opinions were sort of filtered to the newspaper and the news, so that was, like, your only source of information. But now, immediately, anything happens. Not only is it everyone on Facebook, everyone has an opinion about it.
Yeah, but it's, like, a very narrow opinion, because people, if you say anything that they don't like, instantly they'll say, like, well, I'm just going to have to block you. Well, I'm going to have to delete you. Like, it's this looming threat that if you dare differ from the opinions of anyone, that they're just instantly, like, excommunicate you from their little, like, Facebook circle. Like, God forbid.
I'm going to clean up my friends list of all these Trump supporters. Like, I think Trump supporters are stupid, and I think Donald Trump is a piece of shit. But I think that someone's political views is only a small aspect of their personality, and if you see a person as a walking label, as only, an identity, oh, he's a Trump supporter, he's not a person anymore, he's a Trump supporter, yeah. I think that is fucked up. Just like, if you see someone as just a fucking liberal, that's fucked up.
We had this conversation before, we've had it many times with labels, like, yeah, exactly what you said. Completely dehumanize someone and take away from what they actually are, and it makes it very hard in a political climate to make real change, because automatically there's this enemy because they're this label. Like, without even asking them, they stand against what you believe.
Yeah, everyone does this. If you have a belief, the other people who subscribe to that belief not only have that belief, but they have a whole, smorgasbord of other ideology to go along with it. Like, we have these two big ideological packages. Are you a liberal or are you a conservative? Now, there's a ton of nuances within that. Like, there's the libertarians who I also disagree with on a lot. I mean, they're good on social issues, but I don't like their economics. But I mean, they kind of straddle the middle of the spectrum, but they're not really that mainstream, I guess, like a fringe on the internet. But that's just an example of like there's so many nuances that the two-party system does not address. Other countries have the parliamentary system where however many votes a party gets, like that determines their proportion of representation. So even some crazy fucking party, like there are countries in Europe with neo-Nazis on fucking their parliament because they get votes.
This is what always happens with me and Dalton here is we get sidetracked and it always comes down to politics. Like it like does this like fucking like circle loop thing.
Is my whole life politics? I don't want to think it is.
I don't know, but anyway,
if I'm interested in it, we might as well try to make something out of it.
True.
Something entertaining.
All right, let's go on. We have these subjects loaded, and we're gonna watch them. I control the keyboard. He controls the mouse. It's like a relationship. Let's do this. Okay, I'm having technical difficulties. I'm stupid. All right, there we go. All right.
Nihilist memes. All right, the original meme was get lost in nature and you will find yourself. Nihilist memes is crossed out find yourself, but quite possibly die.
Oh yeah, I brought this up because I wanted to explain dark humor and why I think this is so fucking hilarious. Because like it's funny because a lot of people don't like to talk about it. Like this is life, like real life. This is what happens. Most likely, if you get lost in nature, you will die. That's why it's funny.
You're gonna have a miserable experience, like if you even survive.
Yeah, like, how many people know how to survive in the woods? Like, very few to none. And yet there's this whole camp of people that I know, especially from California, that say, oh, I'm tired of all this civilization, and I want to just go in the woods. But they're literally on Facebook posting this, though, using modern technology.
I've known people like that. I've definitely known people like that. They live in the woods. They're living off the land, off the grid, not part of the man, but they gotta update their Facebook, gotta update their Twitter account. They gotta let you know how disconnected they are from society and technology.
Like for example, I literally wanted to make a post on Facebook about how Facebook sucks, you should get off it. But then I realized, like, okay, wait a second. If I do that, I'm literally being the person that I don't like. You know what I mean? Like, being a hypocrite.
One of those people on Facebook that talk shit about Facebook and then continue to post.
It's like Facebook's got its little claws in us. I mean, we kind of already went on this rant, but, like...
It's mental masturbation is what we like to call it.
Yes, exactly.
It's self-aggrandizing because you can, you post whatever you feel like at any given time, and, you're always hoping for those likes. Yeah. That helps you feel validated somehow.
Like, I found myself doing this before, where I'd make a post and be like, yeah, I'm gonna get so many likes, and then it's like crickets, like it's nothing.
It's like a platform for your narrative. Like, if everyone around you is bullshit, you can just put, oh my god, so many liars and whores talking shit about me behind my back, but they don't know the real me. Mm-hmm. And then people who, I don't know, I guess maybe, especially here in the Navy, like people back home who don't even know your personal situation will click like. Like, yeah, all right, this girl's sassy. She knows what's going on, but really it's just bullshit. It's just your spin on things.
What real conversation comes from, like, just a personal narrative of your life, like a personal little post about, this is my life, blah, blah, and then a bunch of likes, and then a bunch of comments, like, encouraging it. Is that real fucking discussion? No. It's just like...
It's grandstanding.
Yeah, it's like taking this person going, like...
I am standing upon a mountaintop. Come, my children. Or maybe that's an exaggeration, but basically that's like what's going on in our heads.
Yeah, like who the fuck are we? Like,
I do this too.
I know that's the only reason I know about anything is because like I observe with myself, because like I try to talk to people, I try to get the nitty gritty because I'm like a what do you call it? Armchair psychologist? Like,
yes, you definitely are.
Yeah, I like to. Like, delve into people's minds, but no one will ever share it, and like because they don't even know themselves. So the only like resource I can really get on people's personalities is from myself. Like that's it.
I kind of like it whenever our leadership, or my knee-jerk reaction is like, oh my god, they're such an asshole, and then sometimes you'll point out what their motivations might really be, and I'm like, oh, I kind of see their perspective now. I like that. I like my horizons being broadened to where I can actually see someone else's perspectives, where I just don't think, oh, poor pitiful me, I'm just in this bad position, everyone's shitting on me, my chain of command is fucked, It's a Navy term. I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't mention that. I don't like to point it out.
But, you know, they're in their own position. They have responsibility on their shoulders. They have people breathing down their necks. So, you know, I kind of sometimes, like, Casey has helped enlighten what they're actually probably thinking. Then sometimes we just bitch about him.
Yeah, that's true. He's done the same thing with me, teaching me about nuances, because like I saw everything as like really black and white, and he's like, well, like obviously that's not the case for everything, and like it's really important when you're looking at any subject to like understand the differences, that like not everything is a rule.
Yeah.
No, all right, let's.
Another thing I wanted to say about this is this naturalistic fallacy that I see. I mean, a lot of people do this, but this is especially prevalent on the left, which is where I hang my hat. So, like, I feel like I should criticize bullshit on the left as well, or else I'd be a hypocrite if I call it the bullshit of the right. So, there's a lot of people that think that anything that is natural is automatically good. Like, you can't eat any food that's unnatural. Like, any activity that humans do that is unnatural is bad. What they don't seem to realize or care about is that everything is fucking natural.
Yeah, where else does it come from? Like, literally, the natural world and the universe, like, all the material that's ever been and will be is already there. Like, what can you do except bring it together?
I mean, like, are beaver dams unnatural because beavers build them?
Those goddamn beavers, they're an abomination. They're in the front of God, building dams and stopping God's natural flow.
Humans have brains. That is our weapon. That is what allows us to survive and thrive. We have brains. We cooperate with each other. We manipulate the environment. Now, granted, I think in many ways we're making the environment unsustainable for us. And that is definitely something that needs to be addressed. I mean, I'm not really big into environmentalism necessarily, but I recognize it's important. Maybe it's something I don't think about enough, or it's something a lot of people don't think about enough.
Well, it stems from laziness. Like, humans' natural inclination is not to do anything about a situation until you have to.
It's easy to bitch about something. This thing that's wrong with the world. What have you done to help alleviate the situation?
I haven't done shit.
I am but one man. Society needs to change.
Yeah, this imaginary society, like this like fucking group that's gonna do all your bidding, you know, like we have this fucking narrative in our minds.
Granted, I think we need more governmental action on environmental issues, especially global warming, which one political party, I hate to be so biased, but a lot of them don't even believe it's real despite the overwhelming consensus of science. I mean, I'm going to live in Florida after I get out of the Navy, and I'd really like for it to not be underwater in a few years.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah. Alright, let's go to the next window. Alright, past attempts at Texas secession. Alright, let's watch this little tidbit. Okay, totally not as cool as we thought it would be. It's totally text-based, so let's talk about it. Like, Dalton had a point about it.
Did I? I saw this one.
No.
This is images of the Alamo movie from the 1950s playing.
Okay.
Texans are obsessed with that Alamo shit. I think Texans have this mythic image of themselves because their state history is so unique compared to other states. Like, they actually were their own independent country for a full 10 years. Mm-hmm. It's funny, they begged to be part of the United States, and they were finally allowed to in, like, 1845, and less than 20 years later, they seceded from the United States. Like, no, actually, we don't want to. We're going to be part of the Confederate States of America so we can keep our slaves.
Like, I don't hear that talked about often, is Texas owning slaves, like, slaves in the desert. Like, I hear a lot about the South. Like, you know, the, like cotton fields and all that
Texas
shit.
Is sort of in the South, but some people consider it part of the Southwest, even though it's more in the middle. I mean, American geography is kind of fucked up. Like, why is there a Midwest but not a Mideast? Why is it Middle East?
That sounds too much like the Middle East, and we don't have terrorists in
It's
this
so arbitrary.
country.
Like, the Midwest is really just the middle. I guess because America was originally settled in the East, so, like, for instance, Kentucky and Tennessee used to be considered the West.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, well, I guess we thought this was good, but, you know, fuck this.
Well, I want to see what they're talking about with secession in the modern day. Let's keep playing it.
Keep playing it, okay. Like, are we allowed to, like, play the whole thing? I don't want to fall into some fucking copyright rules. Hold on. Like, I don't fucking know. Whatever. Fuck this. We're going to the next. All right, what is it? Control W?
So basically, Texans don't want to say.
All right, let's talk about this. All right, go ahead. Read this, Dalton.
Are we on? Mic on?
Yeah, the mic's definitely on.
Right, there's a picture of this guy in a blue tie-dye shirt. This is retired U.S. Army Sergeant Gregory Hayes. When Sergeant Hayes discovered his 16-year-old daughter had been raped by 2 Syrian refugee brothers. I like how they have to specify that it's Syrian refugees. Sort of want you to associate all of the Syrian refugees with these 2 pieces of shit.
All right, keep reading.
He took the law into his own hands. Sergeant Hayes beat both men to death with his bare hands and now faces life in prison because of it. Show this American hero your support and make this post go viral. It's all caps. They like the random all caps. Let the world know that we, the people, stand with Sergeant Hayes. So we're supposed to be in favor of vigilante justice? Like, is that...
Yeah, he's the modern Batman, man. He's fucking beat the shit out of those rapist refugees, because that happens all the fucking time. It's not 2 individual jackasses, it's the entire group, clearly.
Yeah, okay, I wanted to talk about this. We are stationed in Japan. We're part of the U.S. military, and the military in Japan has a very negative image. It probably has something to do with the legacy of World War II.
You know, a couple bombs,
against,
whatever.
You know, slaughtering Japanese civilians to win the war, whatever. But there have been high-profile incidents where United States servicemen have raped local Japanese girls. And there are some Japanese people that say, see, this is an example of the barbarity of the Americans. This is why we need to get them out of our country. But it's not like the United States military or everyone in it conspired to rape these girls. It was just some guys. Yeah. Like, any large group of people is going to have assholes within it.
Anyone who agrees with this fucking, this meme right here, like, also has to agree when feminists say that all, like, that men shouldn't rape, or men are rapists, like,
yes, half of humanity is just composed of, like, beasts that can just barely contain their animalistic urges.
Because clearly, this is saying anyone who rapes, and if they belong to a group, that whole group is nothing but a bunch of rapists. But
you can tell they're just biased against the Syrian refugees.
Duh.
Like, okay, this kind of reminds me of military members in Japan, because if any one of us steps out of line, then the spotlight is shined on all of us, and usually we'll have some kind of new restrictions
and, like,
so that we don't offend the Japanese, because they're so afraid of us.
Another question is, how the fuck do I know this is real? There are people sharing this and propagating this on Facebook. Like, let's see, 4,518 shares. How do they know it's real? Where is their fucking source? All they have is a picture and some fucking text. Like, you're just gonna believe this at face value because it's on the internet. Okay, yeah, no one ever goes on the internet and lies.
Even if they don't believe it at face value, they kind of agree with the sentiments. Like, yeah, vigilante just against them fucking Muslims.
Yeah, this imaginary scenario in my head that could justify my racism is just, like, made correct by this fucking meme right here.
Oh, there's so many right-wing memes that are just gold. They're stupid.
Oh, yeah. We get this from one of our shipmates.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
bless his heart.
Yeah, it's just a gold mine.
But...
Like, somehow, he's like this, but he supports weed. All right, 420 blaze it, whatever. All right, let's go to the next one. All right. You're stupid if you think a drunk hookup each weekend is better than a girl who would do anything for you and actually gives a shit about you. Okay. Like, I don't even know where to start on this.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, maybe some guys just want to have one-night stands, and that's where they are in their life right now.
Like, isn't this sexist? Like, isn't a man allowed to not want a committed relationship, just like a female is allowed to not want a committed relationship?
If a woman didn't want a relationship and some guy wanted it, the feminist's like, oh my god, why are you so entitled to us? You don't own our bodies. Of course, I'm not even saying this is feminist, but, you know, I'm juxtaposing it to another sort of strand of thought you see in society.
But look how fucking popular this is. Like, this is the society I live in. You are, like, not even properly fucking typed out. Nothing's capitalized. No grammar. Like, no semblance of even trying to be intelligent. Like, not even trying to hide it.
I guess this is the new language of texting, which, you know, I understand because people don't want to take time.
Not in modern day.
Full words.
Not it fucking, like, okay, I'm like, I have fat fingers as hell. I can't type on the iPhone, but it will say, like, this is the word you meant, and you can press space. It fucking doesn't. You don't need to type you are. That's like archaic. It's not a thing.
I think this is someone said sort of like on the fly. They didn't really put much thought into it, and someone just screen capped it like, yeah, this speak, sister. This girl's telling the truth.
Yeah, it's like obviously someone's jealous of a dude who's not giving them enough attention.
Personal petty bullshit that they're grandstanding on the internet.
No, it has nothing to do with that person not being right for the other person. All it has to do is that person being wrong. Because, like, God forbid I take personal responsibility for my life. It's everyone else's fault. Like, it's that same fucking thing.
Yeah, like I am the aggrieved victim. I am the protagonist of this narrative. Come on, people, agree with me. Am I right? Am I right? Come on.
Okay, like, I just want to say that we say narrative too much. Like,
really?
Yeah, we totally got that from Drunken Peasants. Like, we don't try to. I got it from Dalton before I even knew what Drunken Peasants was. Like, yeah, if you want to call us out on that, that's fine. Like, we know it. Like,
I don't think many people even watch the Drunken Peasants.
If you don't watch, it's like, fuck this, pause this, go to Drunken Peasants. They're way better than we'll ever be. But I'm just doing this for fun. All right, next. Oh Lord! All right, come on.
Powerful new book. Powerful. Long words. New book wants you to know that brown girls do ballet.
Who gives a shit?
Okay,
everyone does ballet.
Who is saying that brown girls in specific do not do ballet? Like, this is such a specific claim. Like, is there some large contingent of people denying the existence of black ballet dancers?
It's this imaginary person that I feel that I'm not going to say any specific race, because I guess it's every race. It's this imaginary person that everyone makes that automatically doesn't condone minorities to do supposedly white people things. Like, it's this imaginary figure that doesn't fucking exist. Like, we don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, do whatever the fuck you want. Like, who cares?
I know plenty of racists. I encounter racism a lot on the internet, and none of them talk about the lack of black ballet dancers. Like, that's just what? All right,
like, where does it even come from?
All right, I think that being African American has definitely been a huge obstacle for me, Misty Copeland.
Okay, all right, fine. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Probably. Maybe. I'd have to know the circumstances.
I don't know where you grew up, but, whatever.
It's also allowed me to have this fire inside of me that I don't know if I would have had if I weren't in this field. Okay, like,
sure.
I mean, a lot of people say that the blues are so good because they reflect the specific African-American struggle in the early part of the 20th century.
What about that person? Like, it's that labeling thing again. You're taking away from that individual person who had that great fucking sound. It has nothing to do with them being black. What about that fucking person?
Well, somebody we work with said that black people have a certain struggle they face that makes their music more soulful. I mean, okay, I can see that, but then again, white people also have their own personal struggles that makes their music soulful. I mean, it's not just a black thing.
You can't, like, that's just a way to say, like, oh, this person shares a quality with me. Like, look, I'm equal to them. Like, I share with that, even though I didn't do anything specifically.
Why do people like identities based on such superficial characteristics? Like skin color.
It's fucking, like, it's fucking ego masturbation. Like, we were talking about earlier, like, I don't go around saying, like, oh, white people do this because of that. I take pride in that. Like, no.
I don't agree that, like, white people have this thing that they do and black people have this thing that they do. Like,
people have these things.
So many people of all races that are all over the spectrum. I've met people, like, black people that are into nerdy stuff and kind of that stuff I'm into that don't live up to any stereotype at all. And then I've met white people that...
A lot of it has to do with the area that you grow up in. Believe it or not, the local culture that you're influenced by affects you. It has nothing to do... Okay, like, maybe, like, people who like to push race, yes, that has affected you, alright, I'll give you that. But otherwise, it's your fucking area.
If you look at the statistics, black people are unfairly targeted by the police, by the justice system.
That is true.
I do believe that our country has a level of institutionalized racism.
Racism is a real thing. I'm not saying it's not. It
like, some people take that, like, they make it part of their identity, the struggle they face. And, I don't know, isn't that buying into the racist narrative that there's something different about you because you're black? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You're propagating your own fucking prison. Like, no, fuck this. I'm not even gonna give them, like, go to hell. Alright. Oh, no. Okay, like, alright, Dalton didn't want to do this. Once again, Drunken Peasant does this, but I saw this. It's so juicy, like, I had to. Alright, we're gonna mute the mic while we listen to this. Go ahead. Press play. Full screen.
actual poetry. I mean,
okay, no, like
listen to it, know what we're talking about.
I know they have a different system, Dalton. Yes, like we need fancier system equipment to do that. Otherwise, it'll be feedback loop, and it'll be horrible.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like cut this.
Intersectional feminism, aka actual fucking feminism, plays the dozens with white feminism.
But
so basically, this woman made a slam poem about how white feminism, whatever that
is that a real thing?
I guess it just means any white person that claims they're a feminist isn't really a feminist because they're not intersectional feminists. Okay, what she's saying is that like there are intersecting types of oppression in society, and if you only acknowledge one, then you can't focus on others, or like if you focus too much on one, then you're probably ignoring some other type of oppression. But I would say to that, I mean, there's always going to be something you're ignoring if you focus on anything.
Yeah, that's true. Like, you can't have this fucking broad outlook on absolutely everything. It's impossible.
Yeah, like, you have to have, like, the entire category, the entire,
human race.
Panoply of the sufferings and the evils of the human race in your mind at all times. And if you talk about anything, you have to talk about everything. Like, there's no way any one person could possibly do that. She has way hyper unrealistic expectations that no one could possibly live up to. Anyway, listen to more of this bullshit.
White feminism is about as feminist as Dr. Pepper is a medical doctor, as Rachel Dolezal is black, as an
Okay, I'm gonna give her props on that Dr. Pepper line. Like, that's pretty clever. Like, I don't agree with her message, but like, all right, fair enough.
Orgasm with Donald Trump would be real. White feminism got itself one black friend. Raven Simone calls itself intersectional, still shows up to your house.
How the fuck is a white person getting up there and ranting about how white feminism isn't really feminism when she herself is a white feminist? I don't... What? Like, how... Why are you the arbiter of what is feminism, what isn't feminism, what white feminism is,
okay.
what is true?
This I have, like, a bunch of subjects written down here, and I chose, like, I handpicked some of them, but, like, this is one that I didn't actually, like, bring up, but I wanted to bring up is, like, what is up with everyone's fucking ego? Like, why does everyone... Like, I see this all the time. Like, they think they're just the most fucking important, like, thing on the goddamn planet. Like, where does it come from? Like, what fostered this?
Human nature? I mean, because we each have our own consciousness, and that is the only sensory experience we'll ever experience. We'll never truly know another person's perspective, because we'll never be able to truly see things through their eyes, ever.
Oh... So obviously, you know, since that's the case, no one else's perception matters, right? Like,
okay, there are definitely some people that are worse at this than others. Like, she's not actually trying to have a dialogue with these white feminists she's bitching about. She just wants to talk down to them, like she's in this higher plane of awareness. Like, yeah. I've got it all figured out. You fucking idiots need to shut up and listen to me.
I just hate that attitude. Like, I have it all figured out. I have all the answers. Like, that is exactly how ignorance is fostered and like made to this like overburdening thing that clouds all judgment. Like, nah, go to hell. I'm not gonna give you your little fucking venue to talk, even if it's like the two people who watch this fucking thing.
Her voice is so great. The passion.
Oh Lord! All right, what is this? Let's do this. I'm excited about this.
This is a little departure from the stuff. Right. Guy eats a full can of dip. I have no idea what would motivate a human being to do this at all.
We gotta watch it. We gotta watch it.
This shit. I'm gonna do this quick, like in under 20 seconds. And then I'm gonna say thank you and good night.
Like, I get sick with just like a little bit of fucking dip.
Like, I've never been into dip. Like, I can never get it right with exactly how you're supposed to hold it, like between your teeth and your lower lip or whatever, or in your cheek. I don't even know.
I don't know why people want to walk around with this shit in their mouth all day, spitting it all out. But here we go. Boom.
His face looks like a giant thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's like... Was that a dog that I heard?
Yes.
No. He just swallowed that. Like, okay, what he doesn't show after this is like immediately going to the bathroom and like throwing up everything.
His brains out after this. I'm trying to like. This isn't even related to anything we've been talking about. It's just some random bullshit.
Yeah, hence
We were captivated by it for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. This might not make the final cut. We'll see. All right. Go for it. This is one of Dalton's personal favorites.
Oh my god. Alright, so it's a little Charlie Brown cartoon. It's got...
Okay, this is how you're going to express your deepest, intimate political thoughts as a Charlie Brown cartoon.
There's some real intellectual shit right here. Alright, this is the stereotypical strawman liberal. Republican Party. Racist. The Republican Party was founded in 1854 to abolish slavery. Okay, first of all, not true at all. The Republicans had a platform that included limiting the spread of slavery to the western states because they believed that, you know, like white farmers and white people should settle in those states. They didn't want black people coming there and, you know, taking away jobs or diverting economic activity from, you know, small white businessmen and farmers. I guess there were some abolitionists in the party, but they made strenuous efforts to make sure that people understood that they were not against the institution of slavery, just the spread of slavery. Now, the slaveholders in the South didn't believe this narrative for a minute. There I go, the narrative again. But yeah, they viewed even this mild opposition to slavery as being too much, radical, against their interests. This is what led to the Civil War. But they definitely weren't on a platform of like, let's completely abolish slavery. That's not what it was about at all. Okay, the next one. The Democrat Party founded the KKK, started Jim Crow laws. Okay, the KKK was founded by people that were probably Democrats, but like, it was not an official organ of the Democratic Party. I mean, the Democratic Party in the South in the 1800s was completely different from the Democratic Party of today, you fucking idiots.
Oh, no, okay, like, this is, like, obviously, I don't even know where I'm going with this. Like, people like to ignore the past or, like, as long as it's convenient, like, you can pull parts of the past and, like, apply it to the day, or completely ignore it.
Like, they don't realize that things have changed over the past 150 years. The parties have switched ideologies. Like, society has changed. There's so many things that are different from the fucking 1860s and 70s. Like, you really have to go this far back to point out something good the Republican Party did.
All right, come on. Continue. Carry on. I know, this is like cancer to him. Like, we're...
Democrats oppose integration and civil rights for 100 years. Okay, I'm a history buff, and I hate seeing history abused and misused and exploited. But yeah, Southern Democrats did oppose integration and civil rights for 100 years. And there were also voices within the Democratic Party that supported it. Like, the Civil Rights Act was passed mostly with the support of Democrats and a few Republicans. Like, when President Johnston... had signed the bill into law, he said, well, boys, we've lost the South forever, because he knew there would be a seismic a shift in party loyalty after the Democrats betrayed their Southern constituents by supporting civil rights. So things changed, and then Nixon used a Southern strategy to covertly appeal to Southern racists to support the Republicans, and now they pretty much switched places completely. So what the fuck is their point? Like, many Southern segregationists even became Republicans.
All right,
well, they don't have anything to say about that. Traditionally and historically, the Democrats thrive on racism. Oh my god. Both parties, within the course of their history, have appealed to racism. Like, it's not a Democratic thing. And the Democratic Party, I mean, maybe there's some fringe candidates that appeal to racism, but like the party itself has not been racist since the 1960s. So what is your fucking point? Oh, then the strawman liberal just says, you're racist. I mean, I'm a liberal here telling you that is not the response of a reasonably informed liberal. But whatever, let's just go against our strawmen. Let's just pretend like we know better than them and not even give them a chance to respond. I mean, I'm sure there are liberal memes that do this too, so maybe it's a little bit hypocritical. But
true.
This in particular just gets under my skin.
I want to know
how disingenuous it is.
I want to know how this negates racism. Like, what is the point of this? What does this do? Like, it's trying to teach skewed history. Like, how does this take away from any modern fucking human being from being racist? It's like, oh, this is the history of my party, so I'm not a racist. Bullshit. You hate minorities. You want to export them. You want to stop fucking immigrants from coming in. Like, what?
My party ended slavery in one breath, and then, but aren't black people just lazy, and aren't they too dependent, and don't they commit crimes at disproportionate rates? Yeah, that's another one people like this like to
point out that
crime.
statistics. It has nothing to do with the institution being racist. Like, alright, whatever. Get the fuck out of my face.
Like, the black community tends to be more impoverished. Wouldn't that naturally lead to a higher crime rate?
Let's ignore that. Okay, alright, okay, this one, like, Smith is really, or Dalton, I'm sorry, I call him Dalton, is really excited to...
Mom's simple response to transgender debate launches Facebook.
Yeah, it's probably simple and easily destroyed, but let's continue. Yeah.
People around the world can see through this madness, so I guess those of us in favor of transgender rights are about to have our asses handed to us. She's gonna show us. To Mother Christy Merritt, the debate about transgender individuals in bathrooms is quite simple. She went on Facebook to express that opinion, not knowing that in doing so, she would be booted off the social networking giant and receive feedback from across the world. She was kicked off.
Booted off? Is that a thing that Facebook does now? If you have a difference in opinion, can you move your elbow? Like,
I mean, I've never heard that before. I see people with horrible opinions all the time.
That's not a real thing. Facebook doesn't go around fucking banning and censoring people unless you... Okay, move the elbow, please. Like,
sorry.
Unless you fucking, like, if you post gratuitous pornography, yeah, Facebook might kick you off, but, like, having a dumbass opinion, you can have all the dumbass opinions you want. Facebook doesn't care, yeah.
A man in women's clothes does not make him a woman. Men should not get to be in our bathrooms or lockers, she posted on her Facebook profile. That's what transgender people are. They're just men in women's clothing. They just woke up one morning and just decided, you know what, I'm a woman today.
So you're saying, like, if I wanted to, according to this woman, like, with modern rights to transgender people, I could put on a dress and walk into the women's locker room and just fucking peep on everyone? Like, is that what I'm to understand?
That's apparently what she thinks it is. Like, you know that transgender people, like, there have been actual studies of this that show that transgendered people are born with the brain structure of the opposite sex. So there's a physiological reason they identify as a woman if they're a man, or a man if they're a woman.
No.
Like, it's not just this one day you just randomly woke up and like, you know what, I want to be the opposite sex today. Yep, I want attention, and anyone who opposes me...
Everything I don't understand and everything I can't relate to is just someone's personal choice, obviously.
Like,
despite scientific evidence, it's their choice.
Has she researched this even for 10 seconds? Like, she's just completely ignorant. Like, how do you have an opinion about something we don't know anything fucking about it?
Okay, I'm gonna get kind of sidetracked here. You know why? It's because TV.
Is it?
Yeah, it's because TV. That's where a lot of people get their only fucking sources is TV, and also those fucking memes. Those memes without any sources whatsoever. They're like, they don't check sources.
Well, I think she's just falling in line with the party because people of this ideological bent are just knee-jerk opposed to it because it just sounds ridiculous on a surface level and they don't want to look beneath the surface. Like, yeah, it's really easy to say, oh, they're men who think they're women. Oh, yeah, that's stupid. Of course, if you don't do any sort of follow-up research on that, if you don't try to understand them and their point of view, yeah, I understand how easy it is to just fall in line like, yeah, I can't believe the liberals are trying to put this bullshit. This is what them silly liberals do all the time.
Alright, do you want to fucking... read the rest of this bullshit?
Going a step further to prove the point, the Washington State mom posted a series of photos. In one, she donned a Seattle Seahawks uniform holding a sign that read, I keep doing that. This make me Russell Wilson? Likewise, she asked if a picture of her in a sombrero made her a Mexican, or in one, a pirate costume made her a pirate.
It's not that simple. Like...
What? What do you even say to this? It's so dumb. Like, you really think this argument has never been made? It's like the most obvious thing in the world. You're not saying anything insightful, anything new, anything groundbreaking. You're just being a reactionary fucking idiot.
If you put on a costume for, say, like one day and you're pretending to be something, that's different. Now, I would respect her if she put on that pirate outfit and went around just saying, "Arrgh, mateys," like fucking like Dodgeball. Remember that guy who was a pirate? Yeah, and went around completely playing the pirate 24/7. I'd be like, you know what? You're a fucking pirate. Like, you believe you're a pirate. You play, like, you do it all the time. You are that. Like, okay, Casey, fine.
He's more of a pirate than you'll ever be. That's one of my favorite lines in that movie.
Like, okay, yeah. If she legitimately picked up football and started playing every goddamn day, okay, yeah, she's a football player.
Does she realize that this is completely different from a deep-seated neurologically based identity crisis. Like, do you even give a shit that transgenders have such a higher rate of suicide than the normal population? Do you give two shits about that? Do you care about anyone but your fucking self and people like you? No, you don't. You don't care about. You don't give two shits about them. You fucking egocentric bitch. Oh my god.
I don't want to read it. I don't even want to respect any of what she has to say. Okay.
This is just so cliche, stereotypical.
We found this random like tweet on Dalton's Facebook feed, and like I just like this guy Baracolips Obala.
Baracolips.
I just fucking like. All right, let's take a minute to appreciate his fucking banner of all the guns.
Is a Confederate battle flag, of fucking course.
Yeah. Do you like? Okay, like
the background pics is just a bunch of pictures of guns.
I'm from California, and I rarely ever meet people like this. Like, how many people do you know who would? Like,
many.
Oh my god, I can't even fucking imagine. Like,
Georgia and California are very different.
Let's see some of the stuff he has to say. I'm sorry. Can you scroll for me, Mike?
Oh my god, this is pretty much treading over territory we just covered. But chicks with dicks don't belong in the ladies' room. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you told us. Yeah. Wow, how insightful. What did I say that was racist? Oh, probably
should be hung. He's calling out for trying to hang people.
Wait. What?
Okay,
what,
like,
how do you even click on that?
Okay, should be hung. Just fucking click at that.
Oh my god, what a fucking psycho.
Alright.
Oh,
only confirmed followers have. Oh yeah, everything you say is so important.
This guy who's posting like anti-American stuff, like the United States is so fucked up. But okay, so basically he has a different opinion from this guy, and because he has a different opinion, this guy is calling for him to be hung. Like, I don't know, when people say shit like this, I can never tell if they're serious or not. Because if they're serious, that's pretty scary that we have people, normal citizens walking in our midst who think that people who disagree with them should be literally fucking executed.
I can't believe that's, like, a real thing, like...
I don't want to believe it's a real thing. Oh my god.
Alright, I have no idea how to get back in this fucking mode, like, fuck this guy, like, give him enough fucking attention right now.
This is the bottom of the barrel right here, man. This is the bottom of the fucking barrel of idiocy.
Oh, okay. This topic. This
While we're looking at pictures of terrorists.
All right, I'll bring this up. Now, to me, every time I hear about a terrorist attack in the news, like, I think it's fucking awful. It's horrible. People shouldn't be blowing up other people. But I just wanted to make a point that I am literally more afraid of my fellow United States American citizens than I am of these fucking terrorists who are like 1 in a million.
Okay, 9/11 was pretty horrible. It was a terrible event. It was a massacre. It was an atrocity. Osama bin Laden was a piece of shit, and I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah, fuck
I'm not
him.
too much of a bleeding heart to say that I'm glad Osama bin Laden is dead. But, you know how many more Americans have been killed both by gun violence within our cities and just by random acts of nature or, like accidents like car crashes than terrorism?
Yeah, okay, I just want to, he calls me an existential Eeyore because I do this sometimes. Like, I wanted to point out that you personally, you listening to this, if you're actually listening to this, have a higher chance of dying in a car crash than any fucking thing else ever.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but you don't think about that. I think because with terrorists, you can put a face on the fear. It's a human being. Like, someone is responsible for it, so it's a lot easier to imagine it in your head, whereas a car accident, I mean, that's just like...
How many people live in crippling fear of terrorists, like, in their life that will never, ever encounter anything even close to this? Like, it's like... fucking, I'm not saying winning the lottery, it's like the same chances of winning the fucking lottery as dying in a fucking terrorist attack.
Okay, I wanted to get into this fear that people have about Muslims. Because I just want to say, first of all, that I am an atheist. I'm very critical of organized religion.
I'm agnostic, by the way.
Yeah, you have debates about this. But anyway, I think Islam is a piece of shit. I think it's a aggressive, dangerous ideology. Yep. I think that the Quran is full of all sorts of horrible things, like sexism towards women, intolerance for, believers of different faiths or non-believers. But I believe in individuality versus collectivism. So I believe that a person's religion does not encompass their full identity. Like, some people don't, or, you know, claim to be Muslim, but they don't really give a shit. They don't go to mosque that often. It's like,
no.
It's like a checklist. They check off, oh yeah, I'm Muslim. And some Muslims let it consume their identity to the point where
just
it's all
like
they
Christians,
eat, sleep, and breathe.
Just like Buddhists.
So you can't just look at a Muslim and just say, "Oh, you're a Muslim. You have this label on you. You're dangerous." You have to view it on a case-by-case, individual basis. I mean, I hate the hypocrisy of people on the right. I hate to rag on the right again, but this is more often the case on the right, where they go like, "Oh, liberals are collectivists. They're the party of you know, everything's together. They don't care about individuality," and yet they will betray their principles at the drop of a hat when it comes to Muslims. When it comes to Muslims, they're just like, oh, this Borg, you know, hive mind.
Alright, it's the new buzzword. It's the new fucking scapegoat. You remember what a scapegoat was? Did you pay attention in history class? How there's been scapegoats throughout history to blame all your problems on, and welcome to the new scapegoat. Like, are you that fucking dumb that you can't see that? Did you not pay attention in class? Like, I was taught what the rest of America was taught about history, and scapegoat was definitely a topic on there. And like somehow you're given this information, you just choose to blatantly ignore it because it's different and scary.
First, it was the Germans, you know,
Benjamin
Franklin actually he said something about how the large number of German immigrants come to the United States would change our culture indelibly, and German would replace English, and we should be wary of it. Yeah, that came to fruition.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, God forbid I should be critical of one of the founding fathers. I'm gonna get shit for that.
Why do people have to live with this like pervasive fear in their lives? Like, why? It seems like people need it as a crutch to motivate them through life.
Like, there's always been some other group of people where we're like, oh no, they're gonna be the death of America. Like, you know, it was the Irish in like the 1840s and 50s. Oh no, all these Irish immigrants coming to America. You know, they're
I know why. I just figured it out right now.
Anything to society, and then it was like the Italians. Like in Louisiana, there was one instance where 11 Sicilians were actually lynched. Like, they were viewed as hardly any better than black people.
See, I figured it out right now, though. It comes back to the whole ego thing, because people need someone else to like blame for societal ills and everything. So they don't have to look inward to see what they're fucking doing, because nobody wants to admit like what the problems they're fucking causing. Like, what problems am I causing? Let's see. I fucking I produce all kinds of trash. I'm not as active as I can be with the political scene. You know, I'm not actually making a fucking difference. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Like, nobody wants to look inward and actually admit that they're a fucking piece of shit.
They want to view that their culture that they were raised with is superior. Like, of all the places you could have been born on planet Earth, you just happen to be born in the right place at the right time. You've got the right religion. You got the right country. Like,
obviously,
the stars align for you.
Yeah, you personally, you're that fucking important. Whatever. All right, next topic.
I also want to say, how pathetic these fucking terrorists are, wearing the black ski mask, yeah, we're scary, dude. You've become a caricature of yourself. I'm not fucking afraid of you. Whatever, you can kill me. If you... The fact that you have to kill people who disagree with you just says how pathetic and insecure you are. I mean, I know I'm calling you as if terrorists are gonna fucking listen to this piece of shit.
That'd be awesome. Podcast. It's like, hey, if there's a terrorist listening to this, I just want to say that you're a fucking piece of shit and you need to reevaluate your life and give up your fucking religion.
Well, people get sucked into ideologies to the point where their moral core becomes warped. Like, within their framework of ethics and the way they view the world, killing random civilians in the West is justified.
Alright, this subject, okay. Okay, we were talking about religion and politics. This is something completely random.
Can I take a piss?
Alright, we're gonna pause, take a break. Yeah. I'm gonna edit this out. It's gonna be magic. We'll pop right back up. I need to piss too. Go ahead. Yeah. Hurry up! I have to pee. I wish we could smoke weed. We wouldn't have to pee.
Yes. Oh, I'd have to pee. I wouldn't care. Is there a limit on how long this can record?
As long as my hard drive is. All right.
Ooh.
Anyway, okay, yeah, this fucking subject. Okay.
Couples fighting.
I want to talk about. My girlfriend brought up a story to me about how she was in a grocery store and there's this couple like going full on just arguing about like was it laundry soap? Like clearly you don't normally argue about laundry soap and like fucking like if there's not this whole base layer of everything else that's fucking wrong, you know what
riveting
I mean?
Subject of laundry soap that you give so much of a fuck about, right?
I just wanted to describe, maybe talk about myself a little bit, you know, inflate the ego a little bit. Like, I long ago decided that a lot of societal norms just aren't fucking important because it's way more entertaining to just fucking ignore them. So,
yeah.
In a situation like this, if I run into a couple like this at the store, like, most people would be like, look the other way, avoid them, avoid eye contact, and not talk to them. Like, I would literally walk up and be like, get in on the debate, like,
what?
like, okay, like, why is this laundry soap
You're
wrong?
gonna be like a mediator, like, okay, you have 30 seconds to make your point, and you have 30 seconds to make your point, like the debate moderator.
Exactly.
Oh,
Hold on, I don't think you're in frame. Let's pull Dalton towards frame. All right, yeah, that's cuddly. All right, but I'm just saying, like, if you're in a situation in public, like, sometimes it's really, like, it's a great moment when you realize that the supposed societal rules that you're subject to are not real. You can just fucking ignore them and do whatever the hell you want.
Like making a scene in the middle of the grocery store, arguing about some bullshit, like, hey, here's our dirty laundry. Yep, we're a very argumentative couple. We have this tense relationship where we argue and fight all the time. We hate each other's guts, but we love each other so much.
Yeah, I'm just saying, okay, call people out on their bullshit.
Yes, don't be afraid to say, hey, man, what the fuck? What is up with this? What's going on here?
Yeah, especially if they're saying some really stupid, ignorant opinion. Like, I don't care if you agree with me or not. Yeah. Like, if you think my opinion is ignorant and stupid, say something.
Yeah. And please just don't say you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, like, have a reason behind it, maybe. Like, at least that, but, like...
I doubt anyone's gonna listen to this long enough to even have any kind of response to it. There's a YouTuber I listened to who described his early days on YouTube as an idiot talking to himself. And I feel like that's what we are right now. We're two idiots blabbing to ourselves about all these topics. We're just self-important jackasses grandstanding.
Ah, that's true.
But, you know, whatever.
No, fuck us. We're dumb.
Yeah, we're idiots.
Alright, next. Oh, okay.
Hello,
like...
my name's Asshole. Why so many people relish in the identity of being an asshole? Like, why is this...
Okay, I used to do this until I got it pointed out to me, like they're... Okay, being truthful to people is very important, like being blunt, but you can apparently be blunt to people without being an asshole, but, like, apparently I'm guilty of choosing the asshole road, like,
you come
a lot of the time,
sometimes.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know the difference. Like, explain the difference to me, Dalton, please.
I mean, me personally, I was like, well, Casey's in one of his moods right now.
I got moods.
Gotta stay away from him. He's on his period. No, but, like, I don't want to talk about people we work with by name.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to identify people individually. You can just,
okay, the person we work with, the very short person we work with. He's very by the book, what they call Joe Navy.
Don't walk on the grass.
Yeah. He's very what's the word? Studious in everything he does. He's very he's a workaholic.
Yeah.
Sometimes he does things the hard way instead of the smart way.
Yeah,
his catchphrase is just to be on the safe side. We do all this extra work.
He's trying to impress people who will never be impressed no matter what you do.
But he comes across as an asshole sometimes. But I don't. Like, I think he's being curt because he genuinely believes that he has to get across his information. Like, he's not malicious towards you.
Yeah, that's true.
To me, an asshole is someone who... A real asshole is someone who is... I don't know. It's like they have a bone to pick with the rest of the world. They're genuinely malicious. They have no empathy. They just want to cut you down to make themselves feel better. Oh. It's not about accomplishing a task. It's about making themselves feel better by putting others down.
I'll admit,
imposing their will on people.
I don't try like intentionally, but sometimes when you're in a fucking bad mood, like you just can't help but like I try not to talk. Like I just try not to say anything because there's nothing good that's coming out. Like
as I've said before, I can see the storm clouds roiling around your head like the fucking storms of Mordor.
I've seen it with you too. You did that to me the other day. I tried to ask you a question and I was like, "Hey, where's this thing?" You're like, "I don't fucking know. I've been busy doing this bullshit all day."
Okay,
like,
but that was clearly me being upset about something else.
Yes, that's exactly me.
Yeah, I know.
I guess like okay, assholes really like they're just sensitive people. You know, they feel everything so strong, especially anger. Like when it comes to
I hate it with people who the only emotion they really express is anger. Because how am I supposed to relate to you as a human being like that? If I try to talk to you about anything, and immediately I'm just blasted by a wall. Okay, who wants to be around that? Why would I want to interact with you if you're just going to be a condescending, smug douche to me?
Yeah, that reminds me of my teenage years. Like, I'm not sure if you ever went through that phase, but I just talked to everyone like they're a fucking moron. Like,
I definitely went through a phase where I thought everyone else was stupid.
You don't know anything.
Of course, I didn't realize it. I was an idiot too.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everyone's not stupid, but I was definitely part of it.
Propagating the idiocy. Alright, what is this?
Alright, people who identify as an asshole, do you think they're really assholes? We're going to talk about this. But you think they're really assholes, or do you think it's just, like, facetious? Because, I mean, I even know, relatively nice people.
Sometimes, like, it's really complicated. Sometimes they're crying to be understood.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, I'm going to be just interesting enough that you actually pry into my life. But, like, me personally, when I'm in a fucking, like, stormy mood, like you said, like, when someone goes, like, hey, what's wrong, buddy? Like, my immediate reaction is, fuck you. Like,
what's wrong, buddy?
Like, oh my god. I don't even understand why.
Business.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, you just need to, like, let the cogs turn in your head. Yeah. Like, filter your own bullshit. Like, fucking...
Talking about bullshit. Here's some bullshit.
Great.
It's a picture of the American flag, and it says, if this flag offends you, I'll help you pack. Okay, first of all...
Who is offended?
The American flag is the most innocuous symbol I could possibly imagine. Like, it's everywhere. People see it every day for their entire lives. Like, you even have a fucking American flag computer mouse pad right now.
I want to take this moment to show off. This is how patriotic I am. Yeah, this is my mouse pad.
There's some anti-American commie scum right
America.
Here. But yeah, okay, and this black and white notion that if you don't subscribe to my idea of what patriotism is, you just need to get out. Like, there's not room for nuances in America. There's not room for a spectrum of viewpoints. Just like, you have anything wrong with this flag that you find, get out. Like, they just want to be surrounded by a fucking circle jerk, an echo chamber of like-minded zombie idiots.
See, I'm such a fucking patriot that I see our freedoms being fucking taken away, and I go, wait a second, stop that! Like, no, you can't fucking do that. The little people, they don't fucking matter in America.
You know what the irony is? It's you're only unpatriotic if you criticize certain aspects of the country that they don't like. But they're happy to criticize other ones. Like, I'm pretty sure the person who posted this is not a fan of Barack Obama. Yeah,
that's your fucking president.
If this was the Bush years, if you criticize Bush, they'd be like, what are you doing criticizing the president in a time of war? Like, people like that were often called traitors, like by Bill O'Reilly and people like that on national television. And yet, I don't know, it's like they hate half of America, but they love America.
I'm going to ask anyone who dared venture this far into this fucking, I don't even want to call it, I don't even know what this is, but anyway.
Rambling bullshit.
How many people, rambling bullshit, that's what we should call this. That's a good name, I like it. Yeah, alright, anyway, but how many people personally have you known that have either suggested or seemed like or like straight out said that they were offended by the fucking American flag?
I mean, maybe some people in like Pakistan or something in some village are like, oh no, I hate the USA. The USA bombed my village.
Have you ever fucking been there? Have you ever? Have you been anywhere?
I guess there's like people go on about people stomping on the flag and burning the flag, but like I think
this is gonna be next.
People in the entire country have ever done
That'll be on the next podcast. We'll talk about people stomping the flag. Oh, that's such a big fuck. Okay, don't get me wrong. I don't want people stomping the flag. Like, I think it's asinine. You're a fucking douchebag. But
I mean, they're going for that.
It's not a real fucking issue.
They're going for the immediate emotional reaction, and they get it. And then those people end up looking like even bigger assholes because they're for censoring freedom of expression.
Yeah.
They're master trolls.
Any debate, the second someone tries to censor you, you know you fucking won.
Yeah, pretty much.
Immediately.
Well, even if you're not right, you're definitely right in the mind of that person. That's why they want to shut you up.
Yep. Alright, next.
Threaten them. What's that one with the Confederate flag?
Oh, what's this hypocrisy? Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I love when people point out when I'm being a hypocrite. Like, it is the best learning tool on the fucking planet, especially when you can admit it, because it really makes you...
As long as it's real and it's not some bullshit they're using against you.
Well, like, how often is it, like, not real? Oh, yeah, when someone strawmans you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, when someone points out a real double standard that I have, I like it. Now, I say that. I may not immediately react positively in the moment,
true.
But I'll definitely think about it, I'll stew it over, I'll mull it over, and I might come back and say, you know what, you were right.
Most reasonable people will, but I don't even know what reasonable people is. Like that, I feel like I'm fucking...
I feel like reasonable population.
Yeah, that's true.
Most people are reasonable in some circumstances and not in others. They pick and choose when they want to be a rational human being.
Yeah, it's like their personal fucking life story determines it. Who's that? Hey, what's up, man?
Welcome back to the Loudmouth Idiots Hour.
Yeah, hey, what was it? We're gonna call this podcast Rambling Bullshit? Yeah, that's a good name, right? Yeah. Perfect. Alright, I don't know where I was gonna go with this. We've been talking for a while. Let's see what's next.
This guy's just subjected to
That's
our
it.
ranting. It's gotta be...
No, that's it, man.
Really?
Yeah. Alright, stop